And hello everybody, welcome back to RFC News. Ladies and gentlemen, the window closed yesterday and we did sign Ryan Adair on a permanent transfer. That was a bit of a, twists and turns with regard to that transfer saga, but we did get that one over the line, which is very, very exciting indeed. Now, despite the window closing, the manager, Danny Rule, has confirmed that Matondo could leave this month. As the market is still open in other areas of the world. But also, there is an Italian journalist, a reputable one, I must add, has come out and said that we are one step away from agreeing a deal to sign a midfielder. Yes, interesting indeed. Let's dive into this story. As always, guys, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. So firstly, guys, just before we get into this transfer story, our signing yesterday, Ryan Adair. Danny Rule did come out and speak about the player, and this is just a little bit of information as to what our new signing is actually all about.
Yeah, he's really smart. Important is that we give him now an environment, and this is the big difference between maybe October and now, where you have a group, they are growing together and they can allow to bring players in to make the next step in October. A lot of players were not self-confident, had a lot of problems with themselves, and now you think more and more players are ready to help other players. And we have some great examples now which player goes in the right direction. That's the reason why I'm very convinced that he will help us. And I'm also convinced, and I spoke today with some coaches from Germany, and I got a lot of message. They said, congratulations to a good sign. They compare him with, hopefully I make him not too big now, but they compare him between former player Freddy Bobic and Voldemar in this direction. If we can bring him on this level here, we will have a lot of fun with him.
I have a lot of trust in Danny Rule's eye for a player. I really do. I think he's the sort of coach that understands and will be able to get the best out of certain signings. So I am pretty excited about Ryan Adair. Now, it's also being said as well on Matondo that there are still markets open and that he could potentially still be leaving this January.
I could ask you about one potential outgoing that may not be resolved yet with Rabbi Matondo. Is that something the club are working on, and can you give a little bit of an update on that? Yeah,
there's still some windows in other countries open. I think this is a part, and then we will see what happens maybe in the next 24 hours. It could be option. But by Rabbi, I must really say he is a very positive guy for the group. I think this is very crucial. I think you have players, they are disappointed and they can give not so much energy to the group when they are not playing, but Rabbi is always very professional. His body is now right, and let's see what happens with him.
Is Danilo still here, or did his
I cannot confirm, but there's also, I think we prepared as well something with him. Let's see now during this day what happens, and then maybe we can also confirm more in which direction it goes.
So Danilo and Matondo could still leave. Now, in other news, guys, we are getting something from an Italian journalist. Not like a Tim Pot one, but it's, of course, sent the fans into a bit of euphoria. And they've stated that essentially Hjerte-Dahl is apparently very close to joining Rangers. Now, this is a midfielder that said that he's close to joining Besiktas, but apparently that is falling through. And now they are stating that this could be joining Rangers. Translated, it does say one step away from joining Glasgow Rangers. After the back and forth hesitation from Besiktas, the Scots ready to close with a salary of 1 million net, and the signing is expected shortly. However, I can only say that the market is closed within Scotland right now. So the only way that this can happen is if the player had no football club, firstly, and then secondly, in January, I don't think it's going to happen, but potentially a deal that is for the summer. So certainly one to watch upon there, but it's coming from a good source, and people are talking about this. But yeah, essentially what it's translating to say is that we're one step away from signing this midfielder. But I would say, have as a guess, then it would likely be for the summer and not now. In other news, Danny Röhl watched on as his Rangers side were held to a frustrating goalless draw by Hibs on Sunday afternoon, a result that felt like a missed opportunity in what is shaping up to be an unforgiving and fiercely competitive title race. With margins already fine at the top of the Scottish Premiership, dropped points of this nature carry extra weight, and this stalemate did little to help the Light Blues build any meaningful momentum at a crucial stage of the season. Rangers began the contest with real intent, moving the ball sharply and asserting control in the early phases, but their dominance failed to translate into a breakthrough. Clear-cut chances were limited, patience began to wear thin, and as the match wore on, the frustration from the away fans became increasingly evident. For large spells, Rangers dictated territory and possession, yet a lack of cutting edge in the final third ultimately proved costly. By full time, the mood among the supporters was one of disappointment, with many feeling their side had let another important opportunity slip. Speaking to club media after the final whistle, Röhl was asked to reflect on the performance and the outcome. The Rangers manager acknowledged the frustration surrounding the result and offered his assessment of what went wrong, particularly in the attacking areas where his side struggled to make their pressure count. Here is what Danny Röhl had to say following the goalless draw against Hibs. Have a watch.
Danny, a goalless draw here this afternoon. What was your assessment of that game overall?
They expected a tough game. I think we know the opponent, they always try something and fight for something. We tried our best today. Of course we want to win. It's important to get points and points. But today I have also to say I have to accept this point from my group. They put a lot of effort in. We were in some moments not clinical enough. And then at the end both teams tried to win this game. Was a lot of open moments in both directions. Finally, it's about the next game, and this is on Wednesday, and we have to deliver on Wednesday again.
Yeah, it's the biggest frustration as well. Maybe not so many clear-cut opportunities at either end as well today. And you mentioned not being clinical there, but maybe the chances created weren't quite as many as you'd hoped for.
General, I think in such a game it's about small details and clinical, especially that in the final third there was not so many spaces what you can attack. In the first half, we missed players in the box. We had too many players behind the ball instead of to be aggressive runs into the box. This was a topic in the halftime that we need the aggressive runs and everybody wants to score. We had some moments, I think, was close with Mikey for offside situation. But it's football. I said this many times. It's about our way, our direction. And there will be in some moments this up and down in the race. It's about that we are calm, but very clear where we want to go, and this is what I see at the moment from my group. They know where we want to go, they have a direction, they are hungry for more. We are disappointed today, but we carry on, and Wednesday is the next job to do.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Is it important now to sort of regroup? You've been on such a good winning run, but it's not a defeat. You go again Wednesday, 3 days' time. Yeah. It's another important game.
In general, I think my group did really well in the last couple of weeks. They were always on front foot, took a lot of wins, and this is the picture. And with this picture, I have to totally believe in the conviction that we go in the right direction. It's not about today, the 1st of February, where we are. It's about where we are at the end of the season, and for this we will do everything. We have 14 match days to go. We will prepare this, we will be on front foot, and we will be the hunter.
But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.